Welcome back, everybody. I'm Beat Pig. This is JKJK,
JK.
and you're watching The Evening Soothe. Bring it in. Come
Like
on.
always. Bring it in.
Like
Yeah.
always, we
Let's
want you to bring it in here. Get close, get comfortable, get cozy. I'm sure I sound really
you
good right now.
I think it sounds great. You can get a hug if you want.
Hey, we'll give you a virtual hug. Hey, leave us alone in real life, but you know, we'll do that. And tonight, you join us. You know why you're here. You like to relax and have fun, and have your mind, your imagination titillated. But today tonight we're having sort of a serious, sort of more of an intellectual episode. So if you're not that bright, you might want to sit this one out. This one is for the bookish types, so nerd types, Elon Musk types, um, Bezos. If you have a garage and you're doing something big, we want you to watch this one. So.
I think Elon Musk is a big liar.
Elon Musk, if you're out there, if you're watching this right now, we think you're full of shit. And JKJK is about to tell us why.
Well, first there was Dogecoin. Then there was Teslas are eco-friendly. Then there is a fight with Zuckerberg that is not gonna happen.
You're full of
What's
shit.
next?
Yeah, what's next, man? You bought Twitter, and I still can't say a bad word on my website, on my Twitter. I got in trouble for saying some guy was a well, he's a I don't even want to say it, but he's a is what I said. And you can't say on Twitter. So you're full of smoke, man. You're full of it. Batteries that people are throwing their cars batteries into the ocean because of you, because of Teslas. So we'd love to have you on if you want to clear the air. I mean, you're more than welcome to come on. And we're waiting. So, but
Yeah.
Bezos never led us astray, except
Mm,
except for when he did,
that's true.
which is not chill either. He's got
No, not at
warehouses.
all. Not at all.
Bill Gates, you better watch it. He's buying all this farmland. Where am I going to go? I'm a farm animal. You're from Silicon Valley, right? I think so.
Yeah.
You had a garage.
Um, so between now and between the last two, only we know how much time has passed. You are welcome to guess our subscribers. It can be one day, it can be the same day, 2 years. Well, okay, maybe not 2 years, but somewhere within a year distance. And you might be watching it after a minute, just after you watch the last episode. And here could have passed a week or a month, and it's so different the way time works, which is gonna be the topic of today's conversation. And before we go on with that topic, I would like to read a little excerpt from a book.
Which tome from which book appendix are you reading, my friend?
I need to have a moment.
Take your time. Take your time. I'll entertain our guests. This evening we're going to be doing a reading. I mean, you were here that whole time. What am I doing? But it's not just about the brain, it's also about the body and the mouth, especially, specifically the mouth. Because we also have treats. I have this peanut butter disc. I don't want to say peanut butter cup because that kind of tells you who it's what the brand is. It's a generic brand peanut butter dish. And so I hope you have something similar at home, maybe a treat, something to drink, something to sip on. These cigarettes are medical, so I have a reason. I have a bad back, so it's for that.
Yeah, medical marijuana, medical cigarettes.
Potato, tomato. But you can have one of these. I mean, you don't need a medical card for a little peanut butter dish.
I have a little donut. I don't know, or it's from a donut place.
Oh
I
shit.
think it might be an eclair, and it has
Mmm.
a filling in it, but
Describe that.
it doesn't.
Not nothing. No filling? Shit.
No, but the top has enough chocolate and peanut butter pudding.
Mm. A match made in heaven. Talk about intellect. Yeah, chocolate and peanut butter. Who got those two together? Einstein, Oppenheimer?
Did you know that scientists nowadays work on a specific ratio of sugar, salt, and some other things. I don't remember, but sugar and salt were definitely there to make it like the best taste, the best thing ever, so that you will crave it more. You know how candy nowadays tastes very sweet?
Yeah.
It's because it has salt in it.
Oh, seriously? It makes it taste even sweeter somehow?
Hmm.
Wow.
Or it helps to balance it out. Otherwise, it would be too sweet because of the amount of sugar that we're consuming from what.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. You know, I
Maybe
know,
not in Coca-Cola.
right, right. But like a lot of those confectionery things, wow. I know somebody who works at in the sugar business. In sugar, they have these PACs, these political activist groups or committees. Um, and the sugar is very powerful. And sugar, I don't think we can buy, like Nestle, for example, can't buy sugar outside of our country. So sugar has they're very powerful. It's the biggest um, political activist committee in the United States is for sugar. So there's sugar in everything. There's sugar in pasta sauce, like your pasta sauces are full of sugar. Now, I don't know if it needs to be there.
Exactly.
Maybe a pinch could be, but I don't imagine tons of sugar needing to be in a pasta sauce, but it is.
Absolutely. Barbecue sauce, a
Barbecue,
lot of the meats that are cooked nowadays. Um,
really.
and yeah, it's salty with a little bit of sugar,
Mm,
sugar with a little bit of salt. You know how there's gummy worms with sourness and sweetness to it.
yeah.
There's a little bit of salt to it too.
Mm.
So it's all about that type of, it's like sweet cocaine, I guess,
Man, I believe it. I
or
totally believe it.
salty cocaine.
Hey, some people say there's not two parties in the United States. There's one party. It's the business party. That's what some people say. I mean, this is the intellects episode, so I'm preaching to the choir here. All our doctors and lawyers watching. Thank you for tuning in. But it's the business class, baby. It's all about making money and bing bang boom. I mean, you can't argue with that. Money is food. I've also heard that if you closed out the United States, they'd be pretty good as far as food goes. We've got a lot of agricultural is a strong sector of our economy. So at least there's that. That's a great thing. But sugar is not a commodity. Sugar is so I don't know if it's not I mean it is a food product, of course, obviously, but not a commodity.
wasn't there a time during COVID where sugar was on high demand, or was it flour? Oh, it was flour, I believe. That people were
Really?
buying tons and tons. Yeah, they thought maybe the bread would run out, I think. Something.
Oh shit. Well, I'm sort of I'm this is true.
Maybe it wasn't even in US, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Really. I remember toilet paper. Whoa. Was that a wild animal?
It's really wild. Come on. I'm just trying to enjoy my donut.
That was Mr. Fox, kids.
That was Mr. Fox. Yes.
Excuse us. We're trying to eat here. We're trying to snack. Anyways, at home, yeah, please enjoy. Please enjoy. What were we talking about there? Shuggy?
Time.
Time. Time. Like
How much
sugar in an
time
hourglass.
has passed? Exactly.
You could put sugar in an hourglass, I think.
Absolutely can. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? That'd be pretty sweet.
Hey. Uh, but yeah, so much time passes on, goes so fast, you
Yeah.
know. And while I was making those cookies, there was a birthday party apparently going on. That's how I got the donuts.
Okay.
And um, I was giving them the cookies, and they were making wishes. And a lot of them were telling that it's gonna go fast, go by fast.
Oh
And
no.
oh, the guy was turning 18. So they're like, yeah, you better enjoy it.
That's exactly right. It does go by really fast. A little too fast. Pump the brakes. But if you're doing good stuff, if you're doing good stuff, if you're doing your best, and you kind of chase your dream, right? I mean, to a certain degree, I think you won't regret that time. I think as it passes, but it's gonna pass fast. So make sure you get to living. Get busy living or get busy dying. That's from Shawshank Redemption. I think that's pretty true. So just get busy living, and then even though it goes fast, you'll be happy about how you spent it, right? It's gonna go
Nice.
it's,
Absolutely.
it's gonna go fast whether you're spending it being productive or wasting it. I think either way. So just make sure you don't waste a bunch of it.
I forgot that we were supposed to start this episode with a quote. So let's
Let's
go
start
back to
this
the quote.
episode with a quote. Back to the beginning. Editors will edit this out and put this back at the beginning. Go ahead. No worries.
So this is from a book named A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki. And this is a poem by Dogen Zenji from his For the Time Being, which is Japanese uh Zen master who is. Anyways, away from the formalities, an ancient Buddha once said, for the time being, standing on the tallest mountain top, for the time being, moving on the deepest ocean floor, for the time being, a demon with 3 heads and 8 arms, for the time being, the golden 16-foot body of a Buddha, for the time being, a monk's staff, a master's fly swatter, for the time being, a pillar or a lantern, for the time being, any Dick or Jane, for the time being, the entire earth and the boundless sky.
Uh, I feel one with those things. I feel as you were saying these things, I was those things. For the time being, I was the lantern. I was the pillar. I was the sky. And it made me feel very good to be at one with those things.
Yeah, and further on, the book explains how they interact with them. In one part, it talks about how they thank everything that they have. When they have plastic bags, they reuse them as much as they can, and then once a month they give them like to disposal, and they thank them for um all the good benefits that they brought, all the weight that they carried in their
Hmm.
and all the use they brought. And they also talk about how they go to sleep, and they're thankful that they woke up. They get a cut, they're thankful that they get a cut. They uh yeah, they go poop and they have a specific thing for that. They say thank you for cleansing my body and cleansing my soul. So yeah, very, very cool. And
Okay.
that's like the Buddhist way, I guess, of living, the Zen Buddhists.
That reminds me of in an earlier episode when you were cleaning this toilet, but you were listening to this sort of philosophical material. That's very interesting. The Zen. That's very important. I have a lot of appreciation for the Zen practices and the some of these Buddhist um, what would you call them? Creeds, I suppose. I love the peace. It's very soothing. You know, this is turning out to be one of the most soothing episodes that we've had recently. I've been very high energy, a lot of sugar in these peanut butter treats that I've been eating. But this episode, I'm feeling very centered. So thank you for that. I'd like to say
Oh,
thank you.
anytime that I can help, I'm here for it. And a lot of, yeah, sugar is can be intense. A lot of people consume sugar. And yeah, we're here for peace and joy and soothe, and you're here for it too.
That's right. That's right. That's right,
And we're
handsome or
serving the
beautiful
same
viewer.
purpose.
What are you seeing over there? Is there some kind of business?
I
Is it?
wish. It's just Mr. Fox too.
Oh man, this wildlife. Hey, we love to get in touch with wildlife, which is why this is our episode reminder. We do this every episode. Reminder, get out, touch grass a little bit. I'm not saying that to be a smart ass, but it's important to be in touch with nature. Watch a nature documentary. I've been watching a lot of nature documentaries. I don't want to say National Geographic because that's a brand, but I have been watching a lot of National Geographic. They do good work. So I encourage you to get in touch with wildlife, which is what JKJK was just doing. So how's the
I
wildlife
think
doing?
National Geographic is now ac- still good. I think National Geographic is now not only a brand, it's like a niche. It took a niche. It's like a certain, it's engraved in stones, you know. It's like I don't want to say it is something as Jesus Christ, but something like Google.
Listen, I
Something
think
like Google,
you're
where it
exactly
entered
right,
the vocabulary, there's let's Google it.
man.
Yeah.
It totally has. It's like it's reached the point of this ideal point for like a company when your word becomes synonymous with the thing, the service that it provides or the good that it is, right? Like Coke. Like there are areas in the southern United States, I think, where they will call all soda drinks Coke. I say, "Can I get a Coke?" And they say, "Yeah, what kind do you want?" And I say, "Pepsi, please." Or Kleenex. Like Kleenex is a brand, but we call um, all facial tissues Kleenex, or people do. You just use the term Kleenex to describe all facial tissues. Um, and there's other examples. Maybe the Q-tip. That might be a brand. It might not be a brand, but yeah, that is an ideal place for um, even art. You know, Da Vinci. Da Vinci has got that. He's an icon, right? They reached this iconic status. Jesus Christ is like an icon. And we're getting this is almost theological now. But what was that? I saw a light. Is there a UFO?
Yeah, in my mouth.
It's a UFO in your mouth. Well, there's
I
a lot of
like
UFO.
Men in Black.
Oh, well, hey, you're looking at him right here. I'm here to get you. You and your hat's like a flying saucer, actually.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of aliens in the news recently.
I haven't understood whether it was the aliens or it was disapproval of the aliens, and I don't know what's going on. I've heard something about Yellowstone Park on one of Duncan Trussell's podcasts, but I couldn't understand what he was saying because there all he said was um, Yellowstone National Park and scrotum, and I couldn't make the connection. And there was something about the aliens too. So those three, I'm like, I was trying to, but
Listen, they fit together somehow. We just got to figure out what those three things are doing in the same sentence. But I mean, if Duncan's talking about it, there's probably something to it. And we know Duncan personally at this point. So he's a good guy, and I think we can trust what he's been talking about. Um, been a while. I'd love to see him again. But damn,
yeah.
they
Yeah, he
they're
gets advice from us sometimes. We give him advice on podcasts, or if they want to have like a dress up type of episode
oh man, I suppose you've probably
where
seen those episodes. To our audience members, you've probably seen where they're wearing the furry outfits or the ghillie suits. I mean, that's so those are some of our ideas that we've been whispering in their ear. We say, "Hey, Joe, like this is fine. This is cool if you want to do this. You don't have to say our podcast. We're super solid where we are. We have this big community that loves us and follows us, and it's real. That's a real community that exists. And so it's they're good friends of ours.
yeah, of course it goes with, they have some people on the side that talk about it, some hidden community. And I guess I don't want to say we're the ones, but
I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, we kind of are.
yeah.
I mean,
But I don't want them to make it so public.
no, we're not saying that for attention at all. But this show that Duncan had, where it was like a cartoon and all that, that's us too. That was our one of our ideas that we came up with. So
Yeah, Trained by Day, Joe
Joe
Rogan
Rogan
by
by
Night,
night.
all those like themes of day and night, evening, midnight, twilight.
Yeah, where do you think they're getting that stuff? Hello. But don't enough about Joe and Dunk. We love donkeys. We love
Yeah,
Joe
well,
Boy.
they're amazing. Yeah, they're
They're
good
great guys.
guys.
Rogies, he's awesome. But you're getting it straight from the source here. This is straight from the teat. So you're watching the Evening Soothe, baby. I'm Beat Pig.
JK, always with you and
Always
never
with you.
without you.
We're never without you. You're always with us. We're thinking about you.
And I hope you think about us sometimes.
Yeah, we everybody gets lonely. I mean, we're not lonely, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to leave a comment, you could leave a comment.
Yeah. Yeah. Being lonely is part of it, I guess, right? Part of the full roller coaster of emotions
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
have to go through.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm just kidding. But
sometimes
leave a comment. Sometimes what?
sometimes I do need to be alone. People say so if a person had some traumatic experience during their childhood, any type of it, not necessarily too harsh, but regular stuff most of kids experience, I guess, is causing them to zone out, to get into a bubble where they like freeze and just say it's like their safe zone. Um, and what was I talking about before it?
Um,
Safe zone. Oh my God, I lost it. Uh, but yeah, so that safe zone trauma kids. And sometimes it's
Being
hard.
alone,
It
being
makes
alone.
us very in ourselves. Yeah, and being alone is our coping. It's a part of being the coping mechanism. When you just want to be by yourself because you are in that mountain inside, deep inside your head, not wanting anyone to be let in. So, and sometimes it's hard for other people to have those people around you because they want to help, but you just need that time by yourself, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful or not, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a show, what's it called? Alone, where they're like alone out in the woods for as long as they can be alone. Sometimes they're out there for I think like 100 days or something sometimes. And they just start to some people go kind of crazy, just not talking to people. They just go, damn, I just want to talk to another person, I just so it's like and I play like Skyrim. I like playing the video game Skyrim. That's the game, right? That's kind of the game. That's the best game there is. But I like to download mods for it. And there's this one modification of the game that creates like a survival element where you have to like eat and sleep and defecate and urinate and all this stuff. You have like human needs, right? Physiological needs. And one of them is to socialize. And if you don't socialize after like 20 days, like you start to suffer these like debuffs. And it's important sometimes. But you're right. At other times you just need to be alone and you need quiet and you need comfort and you need soothe.
Cosmo.
Cosmo. JK, are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Are you all right? Are you still okay?
I'm still okay. Maybe my
Yeah.
camera.
The camera's still okay?
Yeah, we have our moments. Anyways, alone, being alone. Yeah, I conversate with my mother sometimes, and she says that she always needs to talk to someone at least once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for her, socializing is really important. I when I used to there's a game called Sims, and I think in that game you have some similar needs as well. There's a need for food,
Oh
bathroom
yeah.
needs, and I think there's a need for socializing as well. Because if you're by yourself, you kind of go crazy, cuckoo, bananas.
Yes, dude, I forgot about that. Oh shit. The Sims is such a good game. That's a great game. I love building like my dream house in that game.
I think it's like one of the best life simulators ever made.
I think so. I think so. I mean, Sims 2 has got to be the best Sims. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but Sims 2, then it kind of goes, I don't know. But all the expansion packs, they got too many expansion packs. You end up spending $160 on expansion packs. That's not good. Because you got to get the pets expansion so you
No,
can have
no.
a.
Well, back where I was, everything was free. So, well, maybe I paid uh $5. I don't remember, but
Oh my gosh, dude, that's awesome. Damn. You got free
it wasn't right
games?
away. I had to wait for maybe 2 months or so
Wait for what?
after the release. So you couldn't just go and buy it.
Oh, sure,
I
sure.
had to wait for a certain time.
Okay, okay. You don't get like initial access, but whenever somebody leaks something or something like that.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another country. The laws are like different.
Different, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But
So,
I think in China, it's like, I mean, I could be wrong, but the copyright laws are so different that like they almost don't have even an obligation to respect like other countries' copyright laws, right? Intellectual property laws. It's not an international, there's no international copyright law, I don't think. I could be fucking dead wrong about that, dude. Oh, we got 10 minutes left? We got 10
yeah,
minutes, baby.
time flies.
Hey, that's the theme of the episode. That's perfect.
Well, yeah, and also I've noticed listening to different songs from all over the world. Some of them, they use the same song and they just put different lyrics over it.
Yeah,
I noticed people do it like from Turkish to English,
yeah.
from English to Russian, from Russian to Chinese, and so on and so on. So, yeah, it's very interesting how it works because it's so much harder to track it on a global level compared to a country level where you're around that stuff. It's not, uh, yeah. Is my voice cutting off anyway? I wonder.
Sometimes you kind of like pause and then it like speeds up and you like catch up really fast. But I actually don't miss anything. It actually preserves everything you say, but it's
Okay.
just sped up. It's really weird.
I
You should.
have the same thing happening on my side too. I think it's my Wi-Fi,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
slowly getting better.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. No freezes, no crashes. Man, we've had some crashes here on the Soothe, haven't we? We've had it just go down, and then it's just been one of us, and then God, dude, we've had some crazy stuff.
So many things, so many like failed attempts at doing things. We had a lot of ideas that didn't work. We had to do adjustments almost every episode. It was always different circumstances and conditions. Uh, yeah, so we've gone far.
That's right. That's right. That's why it's the masterpiece it is today. We've buffed this piece of sand until it's a pearl, this coal until it's a diamond. We've turned this turd into a we don't turn a turd into anything. Fertilizer. And from that we've grown the beautiful show that is now the Evening Soothe.
Yeah, now and always. I was
Yeah.
working today. I was at work at a daycare today,
Yeah.
and my pockets are loose. I was watching the kids in the sandbox and decided to play with the sand. Didn't realize how my phone fell out, and I said, "Kids, did you bury my phone?" And
Would
they
that
said, "No." And one said, "I think he buried your phone." And I did. And I had tried the hardest. I've tried to keep my cool. I was really close. Inside, I was burning, but on the outside, I was very, very preserved. I'm like, I can't flip out on that. So I walked into the room. I looked in the room for the phone. It was not there. I looked around. It was not there. And then one girl is saying, "Hey, do you want to play hide and seek with me?" And I say, "I can't. I'm lost my phone." She's like, "Where is it?" I said, "I don't know. It might be in the sandbox." So she dug around and she's like, "Hey, if I help you find your phone, will you play hide and seek with me?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So apparently she hid it somewhere. She took it as soon as it fell out of my phone, as soon as it fell out of my pocket, and she brought it. And I had to play hide and seek. And I was so happy. I'm like, "We can do whatever you want." I'm so glad it's not in the sandbox.
Yeah, bro, because I had a sandbox growing up and the neighbor cats would use it as like a litter box. So you don't want your phone in there. Damn, that sucks, bro. Well, at least you got your phone back, thank goodness. And you got to play a game of hide and seek. That's not so bad.
It's not so bad. And I'm not in that room so often, so kids were kind of happy to see me. That was nice.
Oh, heck yeah,
Well,
man.
most of the kids like to see everyone. They forget things very fast, and for them, life is like I can't even imagine how much stimulation, and they can perceive it. We can't perceive so like as much stimulation as they can. I feel like
Yeah, yeah. It's so raw. They're like dealing with raw files there, getting raw data. We're filtering so much more out, I think.
absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, we've blocked so many things. We don't see our nose anymore.
No, I definitely don't see my nose. My snout. That's a little ASMR for our viewers. That's kind of like a soothing uh, brown noise. So I'm sure some of our younger viewers have now fallen asleep because that was quite soothing. But now it's time for the adults to talk about intellectual stuff.
Absolutely.
We got
Uh,
about 4 minutes left. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes here.
I have a toy.
No shit.
Yes.
Dang, bro. It's been a while since we've done a toy review. But back at home, we love toy reviews. We love doing them. We do them all the time. It's been a few episodes, but this is kind of a toy review show. That was sort of the beginning of the idea here. I thought I'd wear a pig mask and do a toy review show. That was my first idea. And I pretty much just go with my first idea. As soon as I get an idea, I go, oh, okay, time to move on. Done thinking about that. It's time to act. Never done me wrong. I got food in my belly. I'm handsome.
All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Got this. From what you see is just a ribbon or a stretchy stick made out of rubber.
Why is it
And
so?
at first sight, it doesn't serve any purpose at all. I mean, you can, of course, be SpongeBob and use it as handcuffs or as a helicopter and so on and so on. But the main thing I realized that it serves, it's for fidgeting. So now when I'm at a daycare, I always try to find a fidgety thing and I love to mess with it. We had a meeting once with all the teachers and I was like, I need a fidgety thing. I saw my principal doing it and I said, yeah, can I have one too? And as soon as I started fidgeting, I'm like, I'm in full contact with you. We can talk and conversate and there's no distraction. Just don't look down, don't look at my hands, and we just can have a great conversation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's funny. I had a teacher who used to say, she used to let me draw during class because she said it kind of helped me listen. I'd do something, keep part of my mind busy, and then I could really absorb. I didn't really believe that that was true or not. I had no idea, but I thought, hell yeah, I'm going to draw in class. Sounds good, teacher. That's true. Keep talking. That's a cool toy, bro. Fidget toys are really cool.
Did you learn anything in that class?
No, not a thing.
I don't know. I remember there were times in a class where I would not be doing anything, or I would be doing something not connected to the class, and I would pick out some just interesting facts only, something that interested me, and the rest was just in and out. Like dates, a lot of dates. I don't have it in my mind. Over time, of course, many of them saved some cool ones that have like I think London's fire is 1666 or that type of numbers.
Is that when Guy Fawkes did his thing or no?
1666?
Yeah, was that the November 5th? Remember the 5th of November? Guy Fawkes. Is that Guy Fawkes Day?
Yeah, maybe it is 1666.
I think
Yeah,
it might be Guy
you might
Fawkes
be
Day.
right.
I don't know. Hey, we got less than a minute left here, my friend.
Well, thank you guys for coming over and watching us on the evening Soothe. Like
We
always,
That's right. Thank
we're
you. We love it.
here.
We're always here
Uh,
for you. New episodes whenever, they're coming. You're gonna like it.
always in time.
Always
Always
just
on
in time.
time.
Perfect timing. If you subscribe, you're gonna get the video right when you need it. I'm Beat Pig. He's JKJK.
JK, JK.